Hello folks, today is Friday, December 3rd, 2021. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. It's been quite a week. Things are kind of slowly bubbling because, as you might remember, next week is the Game Awards, the big Jeff Keighley presentation where we'll probably get some new game announcements. So we'll be talking about that next week. For right now, we still got some spicy stuff. The first thing is the fact that the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition has seen its first update after all the backlash with some of the weird graphical glitches and problems. We got some extensive fixes. Is it enough? No, there's still a lot of stuff, and also it's worth pointing out that a lot of modders have already beat them to the punch in a lot of ways, but some of the highlights include the rain being fixed, which was my biggest complaint with the game. I remember immediately firing up 3 and being like, what is this? They've also added a little cloud cover above the entire state of San Andreas when you're up high, so it doesn't look weird and there's a little bit more atmosphere. They fixed some characters' faces, including the barber from San Andreas right at the start. They fixed a bunch of little things like some glitches on characters' bodies, like NPCs and stuff. A lot of spelling errors out in the world because they just used AI upscaling, so a lot of those have been fixed. Some of them, we've still seen some spelling errors, but there's a big overhaul. Some of the radio station, the speed in which they change has been fixed. A lot of weird glitches have been taken out, like the one where CJ's face blocks the camera if you look behind you with certain... I actually like that one. I like some glitches, but... Did you get coffee?
Yeah.
What? Come on.
Get over it.
I just realized hot coffee. That's like a joke. Because of Grand Theft Auto. Remember the sex? They put the sex in the game. General stability updates, lots of little quirks here and there. The list is pretty extensive. We'll link all the news stories, of course, in the description if you want to check them out. But that's patch 1.03 right now. Again, is it enough? No, probably not if you're pissed. Rightfully so, but it's a good start at least. But in some cool surprise news at the time of making this video, they might announce it pretty soon, but there's a leak for a Matrix thing, a Matrix game experience. So on the PSN backend, someone uncovered The Matrix Awakens. It's an Unreal Engine 5 experience, and as a huge Matrix fanboy, I'm all in, baby. Although I will say I've been got before. You know, they made a Spider-Man VR experience. They made a John Wick VR experience. They made a Jurassic Park VR experience. All the things I love, and I download them, and I'm always like, that was just kind of like bummer marketing material. That being said, this type of experience still, even if it's simple, ties itself well to the Matrix. I mean, just put me in a digital room with the code, and I just want to look at it. I don't know. I'm easy. We'll see what happens. Of course, the new movie is coming out in the end of December, so I'm sure we'll hear more soon. Now, in some cool news, there is seemingly a bill being passed, a potential United States law to outlaw the use of bots by scalpers to scoop up products and sell them for more. Of course, we've talked about this so much. It's gonna, if it goes through, possibly really help out video games because, as you may know, you're trying to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. People have been gobbling up so quickly, it's hard to get your hands on them. So with this law, it is being put forward. There's been similar laws in the past couple of years, consumer protection style laws that have passed with little resistance. So I don't know a single thing about politics other than that it could happen or it could not happen. I don't know. It's cool that they're getting rid of bots for buying sneakers, but please fix my roads. Now, switching over to some cool news, just some positive stuff, a little glimmer at the end of the year with the gaming world. MatPat, the game theory guy, every year does like a big charity thing, like with a bunch of other YouTubers and gamers showing up. And this year, for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, they raised $1.6 million in a day. Yeah, just wanted to shine a light on that. I feel like not enough like big press outlets or anything highlighted that, so we're gonna do it here with our little scrappy selves because the power of video games is pretty sick with stuff like this. People can rally behind that. St. Jude's is legit, and yeah, go video games. There's nothing the gamers cannot accomplish. Don't make a face. Why are you making a face? Hey, next up, this episode is sponsored by Drsquatch. You want some good clean soap? You want to smell good? You want to smell like gameranx? We got you covered. Drsquatch's soaps are transparent with real high quality and natural ingredients. No real chemicals or anything like that, but they're still effective. and they smell good, and we really like them. Right now, I'm still using the cedar citrus in the shower, and it's great. They have a ton of different scents for every type of person, and some really fun ones. They also have a bunch of other products too, if you're interested. But right now, it's the best time because these make for excellent holiday gifts. You got a stinky uncle? Put some soap in his stocking. You want to impress your mom? Give it to her as a gift. It's an ideal, easy gift. It shows you care, but it doesn't take too much thought because I'm always bad at getting gifts for people. Hey, happy holidays.
Okay, why?
Just take it. It's for a video. Drsquatch is made in the USA and offers a 100% money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, money back, no questions asked. They're confident, so if you want to check it out, new customers can get 20% off orders $20 or more. Use our code DSC gameranx and click the link in the description to jump in. And thanks again to Drsquatch for sponsoring our videos. Now we got some things linked in the description down below, some really cool stuff you want to check out you may have missed throughout the week. The first thing linked is the big Halo Infinite commercial. Now, as you might probably know, every Halo game releases with like a big TV spot, and it's always over the top and crazy and has nothing really to do with the game, but it just makes everything seem so epic, and they did it once again. Once again, Master Chief is immortalized as a cool warrior dude. We'll have videos about the campaign next week. Now, speaking of Halo, of course, the multiplayer, the free-to-play multiplayer has been live for a while now. It's technically labeled beta, but still, we've been playing it. We've been enjoying it quite a bit, despite some microtransaction stuff. We put out a before you buy video, so that's worth checking out. But it's worth also highlighting that people have been reporting cheaters, and a lot of players have been asking for the ability to turn on and off fully crossplay as at least like the first fix with that. We've seen some players post videos and reports of people using aimbots and wall hacks, which like, it just came out. Can you relax? Like, just, Jesus. It doesn't seem to be super widespread yet, like a Warzone situation or anything like that, but it was just an interesting thing worth pointing out for sure. I've said it before, but I think there's a lot at stake with this new Halo multiplayer. Like, there's so many other games out there with similar models that have perfected it, and a lot of free games getting a lot of people elsewhere, and Halo's got to do a lot to stand out, and it definitely needs to get on top of the cheaters thing for real. Switching over to PC news, just something we wanted to highlight real quick, the Steam Deck. It's like our most anticipated hardware device for sure. As you probably remember, it was supposed to release in December. We'd probably be talking about it right now, but it got pushed a little bit into early 2022. Still, they've been trickling out some info and some reveals and stuff, and the newest thing is we got to look at the packaging, which you might say, slow news day, Jake, and I would say, hey, we just really appreciate good, simple packaging. It looks cool. Sometimes less is more, and honestly, how Valve just handles all their hardware stuff, as like an early Vive user and Steam Link user and all that, like, I'm just excited for this for so many reasons. Also, linked in the description below is new Dying Light 2 gameplay, a bunch of crispy gameplay for you. The game has officially went gold. That means it is essentially done and being sent out to manufacturers for discs and distribution and all that, so it's actually finally releasing after so many delays. But this gameplay is cool. It'll tide you over. Also, we've linked another thing for Starfield. They put out another video showing off concept art, talking about making the game, and still not really showing us anything. But if you're interested in all the little tiny details, if you're really excited for it, we linked it. Also got a launch trailer for a game that's out now, a smaller game, Solar Ash. This is from the people who made Hyper Light Drifter, so you might want to keep that on your radar. So far, it looks pretty cool. If you're playing it, definitely hit me up, let me know what you think. But also, linked in the description is the UploadVR showcase. So we linked the whole thing, but IGN's VR channel broke out all the trailers separately if you want to check those out. There's a lot of new games for VR announced. I still really like VR. So there's some cool shit here, including like a Cities Skylines VR thing. I don't know how that's going to be, but I'm going to give it a shot. But another big news story is an EA shakeup. Interestingly enough, Battlefield leadership is changing. One of the tops of the whole Battlefield brand is out, and taking his place is Vince Zampella, the Call of Duty guy, who was then the Respawn guy, Titanfall, Jedi Fallen Order. I think his leadership at least, brings some pretty great games, and now he's basically taking the reins of Battlefield. Maybe gonna course correct it, maybe gonna get it back on track. I would much rather him personally just go and get everybody together and make Titanfall 3, but I don't know how these structures and hierarchies work. But if you were a little disillusioned by the last Battlefield, we certainly were. Maybe this is like an immediate shift and change to try and make something happen. But even if you don't play competitive first-person shooters, I barely do anymore. This is just another interesting power shift in the world of video games and video game history and stuff. Curious to see where it's gonna go, but of course, we'll keep you guys posted on it. This is the Friday show. We're gonna go back to work. We got a lot of videos to make. So I wanna know in the comments what you're thinking about everything. From the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy updates, are you happy that they fixed the rain? From the Matrix thing, what could it possibly be? To a bill being introduced to ban scalper bots. What do you think? Is that actually gonna happen? Do you think it's fair? I don't know. I don't really have the smart people thoughts, but you probably do, so let me know in the comments. We'll be down there as much as possible, so be sure to hit us up. But if you want to yell at me directly, hit me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, @JakeBaldino. Still got a bunch of videos coming out for the end of the year, and the Friday show, the train ain't stopping. So thank you for being here. I'm Jake Baldino. Catch me here. Catch me on the Before You Buys. Thank you for showing up. We'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.